in 1991, I had a CIA guy approach me, and he said, because I had already uncovered the truth about most of this 30 some years ago, and I'm just releasing things as we can prove it, right? But he said, if you tell the truth, you'll be discredited, because the fiction we're telling the public is much more believable than the truth. And that sat with me. And he was correct. This was an old hand who'd been in these operations for decades, and he was dying. He had cancer. And he just said, look, man, he's also the one who said, A, you need to have a dead man trigger, get your stuff, and B, you need to be known by enough people that you're not the tree that falls in the wood that nobody hears. So that's why I went on Larry King Live and all the shows. You know, it's a private medical doctor. You have to understand, I started out on this path thinking that if I put this stuff together and got it to the president, he'd take the ball and run with it, right? Now, that was back in the first year of Clinton's administration. And I was naive and a very young doctor. I had no idea that the depths of this covert world, or even how it worked, really, but it's been unpacked over time. And now I would say I have a very clear grasp of it, certainly more than anyone in the U.S. government.
And I'm thinking of the movie Independence Day. It always comes to my head because it seems like the perfect Hollywood rendition of what they might want to stage. And you've got all these craft that show up. Again, we first naively think that they're good, or at least people do. And then they basically just try to kill everybody. And we are forced to react and to try to save the world. What would be the point of the cabal trying to get that in everyone's head? Is it so we would attack back? Is it so we would cover up what they're doing? What would be the ultimate goal of staging something like that?
Well, really, I mean, think about it. I mean, propaganda and psychological warfare, you can't get the public to expend blood or treasure in a war or an effort without first indoctrinating them. And that is true of every war and of every conflict. So the propaganda, they knew they would need to put out there this specter of a threat from outer space. This is what Werner von Braun on his deathbed in 1974 warned about. And he knew that was a false narrative. But that's how you unite the world around a transnational global power, because ultimately this is about power and control. Just think of that, you know, and the money behind it is just representative of power. So, for example, even the technologies that are secret, why don't we have free energy? I have this chairman of a Fortune 50 corporation who has contacted me, who wants to come forward. And as soon as he did, this was before we got this protection put in place last year, he approached me. Someone approached him and basically said, we're going to kill your entire family, including your children and grandchildren. But this is a chairman, very well. If I used his name, people would know this. It's a household name in America and around the world of this corporation. But he has the schematics and the plans. He says, you know, he's old. He's getting up there in years. And he said the whole world for decades could have had, quote unquote, free energy. Now that means no poverty and no pollution. And he knows whereof he speaks. They made these devices, this corporation, in a compartmented black operation. And he has the designs. He has the documents. He wants to hand them over, but he's scared to death. So, and he should be. He should be. That's why I'm trying to set up these protective measures. But one thing he regrets, and he used the word regret, is that he's been part of this, and he looks at the world around him and the world he's leaving to his grandchildren. And I have 12 grandchildren. And I think, my God, you know, we have got to fix this mess. And it's fixable. The good news for everyone, amid all this sort of spooky stuff, is that we already have all the solutions. The solution to pollution, poverty, I mean, we could have a paradise here. But they want the paradise to be under their control and based on conflict and war. And they want to unite the people, not in peace. They want to unite the people in war. And that is why people like President Trump or Reagan get played. It's why there's so much. You greenlight a movie like Independence Day instantly and spend $150 million or whatever making it, because it's part of the machine. And, Rage Against the Machine. But you have this machine that wants to do that. But a lot of these people who come forward, I'll tell you, they get up there in years and they're going to meet their maker and they go, God, what is my legacy I'm leaving? And I know that this chairman of this major Fortune 50 corporation feels this way. And so what we need, if we can get that dam to break, if enough people like him can be protected and feel safe to come forward, that is very important. And that's why I'm making an appeal on your show. People like that. If you're ever going to step forward before you meet your maker, it's going to be now, and it needs to happen. And at least now we have a sincere group of highly skilled former special forces people who are operating under law enforcement and an agency I can't mention that can extend protection.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year is going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?